Okay, here is another position which I'm sucking at. I mean, completely gone bad this month. Previous months it was good, but this month it's going terrible. Uh, so that is PL. So PL, I'm currently sitting at minus 7,000 loss. Last month it was minus 30,000 loss. Before that, I've made around 1.5 lakhs on that. So what is the rationale behind this trade was basically it's available in an exciting price and the business potential of growth is extremely good. So this again, I'm not a SEBI-registered advisor or trader or whatever. So I'm trying to tell my logic of entering. That's the only thing which I'm vlogging myself for. So I recommend you to watch my channel only with that intention that I'm just making this a vlog so I can see this later. Mm, There's no other purpose for this, but if since you're viewing it, if you want to subscribe, you can subscribe to it to understand my perspective if you want to. So here first is Pyramel. Pyramel PL is a code stock code. So if we see a price to book, it's basically I fell in love with it. I literally got orgasm when I saw this. But the main thing is the news, what how they are growing. So they have sold Shriram Finance and they have huge assets right now. Huge assets. Basically, this way the assets and they're trying to multiply this because basically these days business is into leveraged business, so they take money from banks. On top of this, they're supposed to take, they can take or cannot, but they'll get huge on top of this they'll get huge money, and with that money they can invest or do whatever they want. They can give loans and do that, but again, you have to be clear that these guys are not getting a good interest rate right now. The market of interest is not good, so that way it might be impacted. But here are a few things which we can go through apart from P PV ratios. Basically, their trades went well, and if you see the sales and growth also, it was decent, but it was fluctuating in COVID, post-COVID also. So if you see uh, pre-COVID, it was at 3,600, but plummeted after that, and growth was suddenly high than the previous years. If you see, it has had a curve, but this was a COVID curve, and NPAs might have been extremely terrible. Let me see NPAs also. Here are, yeah, margins, NPAs, net NPA. The curve is down. Okay, I didn't expect this. Usually it has to be really down, but they're not explaining pre-COVID to post-COVID, I guess. Then. Okay, but ultimately, this way, when I've seen it for the first time, I fell in love with it like 3 months ago, and I've taken the trade here. Now the trade is from I've shifted from cash to options here. Now, second video is this video, which they have been telling here. And can I put this to bed? The video is really good. So I like is well and truly complete. Explanation. You can go through the video yourself. I don't have to explain you that. The 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 main plan of PL is to double their book, not go 4x, but double their book. So they'll be having 1.2, they'll be taking 1.2 to 1.3 lakhs crores by 28. That is 4 years from now. So here is market cap right now. Okay. So basically from 22,000 market cap, they're expecting to raise their book to this. So these guys can do it. Feasibility is there and not going extremely aggressive. They're going in a slow pace, and you have to watch their presentation here. Apart from that, Pyramel gets a nod to raise 300 crores from them. They say this is not thing. Now, let's get to the sentimental analysis of it. Before that, let's see the chart also, so it would make more sense. Pyramel. So Piramel, right now after the Shriram Chit Funds news, I guess the people started buying it and it went from 800 to 1000. So this was a good price. Whoever has entered this entire zone, I envy them, but ultimately it has the price is already up here, and I entered somewhere here, I guess at 870 or something, and I've been trading it all the way in AM. I was not bearish, but I have lost some money here and some money here whenever it's going down. But yeah, hedging it actively so we can manage the positions. Now, the entire thing is it's extremely volatile since 2 months. I mean, these volatilities, especially before expiry dates, are screwing me up most of the time. So if you see exactly before this expiry date, the entire it was down again. Even this month, when the expiry started, it was coming down from, so I had this position of 1000 and it suddenly came down to 1600, 1060. So where I was screwed, basically I took a good position which I lost. But yeah, that is another part of story. Right now, my positions, I have it something like this. So I have hedged this position. Right now, the delta is at 300, but it is not a good position and it's not a good bullish position. But I'm losing a lot of money in the fall, which it fell by 2.7% today. But I'm not expecting a further fall. At the same time, it might fall. Now let's see the sentiments of the people of option traders who are there and option writers who are there. So how they are thinking about the stock. So if we go to not current month, next month, because current month last day is today. That's Friday. Um, Now, when we see this, there's huge build-up today. There was a huge build-up in thousands. So, and before in the money, there are not so much, but there are small amounts in 1050 and 104. So people are strongly believing in 1000 zone. And if you see the past, also the entire open interest is created here, and there are straddles which are created here, and this acts as a drastic and huge resistance here. And even last month, this was a huge resistance which the company had, but the fundamentals make me think that this resistance is easy to break and go, but even this support can be easily broken. But at this fundamental level, whoever has bought it after are trying to acquire this stock, is what I feel. So they might be getting it in both the directions, and since they're creating, the market makers are creating this kind of heavy volatility, they are accumulating within this zone. They have made this as an active acquisition zone and then move the price to further up. That is what I feel. But ultimately, uh, let's see in the market. But now, when I'm looking into this position, I am actually bullish in this position. I don't want to exit this position, and I'm too much bullish in terms of delta. Let's see here. How much delta I have? I have half a lot. So it's not a good amount. So I have to increase this, but I don't want to increase it rapidly. I'll just wait for this. I'll just wait for this to basically um, break the break-even zone at 109 and touch, let's say 1000. Then I can actually figure out what to do then. I am just giving up on this position because it's basically hedged, and then I'll get some money in calls and I'll convert this into a stock and take a delivery. That would be a better approach than, you know, going, and I can actually pledge it and make deals with this. That would be a better idea. And I have to now look into decision of selling other stocks for this position. But most of the positions which I have currently are also into finance. So I have to think about that. Thank you for watching my video. If you want, you can subscribe. Bye.